Hey everybody, y'all want to get into some hot topics? Stay tuned. Hey everybody, thank you guys for tuning in to yet another video from your girl Solinja and Lee. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click that notification button if you already subscribed. Thank you for your continued support. Now that I got that out the way, let's get into some of these good old juicy topics, okay? Yeah, if my mouth looks a little weird or what have you, just know that I did go to the dentist today and I had some work done. I had to get a couple of fillings at the top right here. So the numbness is starting to wear off. So I'm really starting to feel some of the pain. So if one side is looking swollen than the other, that is why. So don't be looking like, girl, what's wrong with you? You tweaking? No, I'm not tweaking. I'm not on anything. I am just trying to recover from this little procedure from getting my teeth done. That's all. Now, anywho, enough about me. So the first person that I want to discuss on the ledger is Yall. Now, I did a video, the last video, I talked about this, about his wife, and she did her little, you know, post for the world to see and all this and all that. Now, it's a little bit more details coming about that he allegedly has fathered a child while committing adultery. Now, I don't know if this has happened since they renewed their vows a couple of months ago, or if this was before. I have no idea. But word on the curb is that little old Yall has a child outside of his vows, his marital relationship. Now, Yall, I don't even know what to say anymore. Because I never thought that Yall would be the type of person to do this. But at the same time, I don't put nothing past no guy at all. So it's not far-fetched. Because I'm pretty sure some men in his family has done this to women in his family. So it's a continued cycle. Just like most of our males in our families. Like my grandfather did it to my grandmother. My dad did it to my mother. So, you know, my brother did it to his baby mama, whatever the case may be. So it's like, it's nothing new under the sun. But damn, Yall, now how did you find out? Did you tell her, or did somebody bring it to her attention? Because if you told me this, now let's just say for shits and giggles, this did occur before they renewed their vows, I wouldn't have renewed my fucking vows. I don't know why I keep saying vows. I would not have remarried your funky ass. I wouldn't have. At what point do us ladies draw the line? I've been married. Granted, we did not have any kids together, and I think that was by the grace of God. Not saying that he wasn't a bad person. Like, he has kids and he is a great father, but it just wasn't meant for us to have kids. But he had his little situations, and I don't think I would have wanted to rekindle anything or what have you. It's just sad that the whole thing just has to be played out for the world to see. You know, I get that she don't want to be, you know, in hiding anymore. She wants to expose him for the creep that he is, or for the loser that he is, or whatever you want to call it. But a baby, Yall? Wow. That's just a slap in the face. That's a slap in the face 3-4 times over for Yall, even though she's married and gone by her life and everything. But just the thought of the fact that what you convinced her to do, which I still think was stupid, but you convinced her to do this, and then here it is, you got 3 impossible out here. 3 with her, 3 with the wife, and the possible. I don't know. I really think that this was also an attempt or failed attempt to gain more people to go and buy the album. I guess he thought that this was, I know last video I said he think that this was his Lemonade album, like Beyonce. But in actuality, he think this is his confession album, like Usher. Usher confession album drew people in. This album is not drawing people in like he thought it would have. And I don't know. I don't know. It's just it hasn't received well as far as I know, but I did listen to the album and I like a few tracks on there. Am I the biggest fan of the album? No, but I do have my select few that I do have on my playlist. That's it. All I know is his wife. I hope you ain't signed no prenup, girl, because you ain't gonna get nothing, or you gonna get exactly what that prenup entails. If he got a baby outside of your marriage, girl, and you ain't got no prenup, you better take him to the cleaner. Sad to say. You know what I'm saying? Sad to say. Because these, y'all men, y'all need to stop doing us women like this. And women, y'all need to stop, we need to stop making a fool of ourselves when it comes to these men. Because every day these men show that they just ain't shit. Some, not all. So I don't need no fellas in my comment section trying to come at me. Some, not all. Okay, I know that there are still good men out there who will be faithful until their dying day. Like you know what I'm saying? I know a few of those guys. Like, it's just a hot mess. I will be following this story. And yeah, I'm just gonna move on to the next one because it's just a hot ass mess. Okay, next on the ledger is good old Miss Milkshake that brings all the boys to the yard, Khalees and Beyonce. Like, I can agree on both sides and look at it in different ways. So I'm not so much going to pick a side because I can't. So for Beyonce, I'm just gonna start with Beyonce. For her side, I don't think she did anything wrong legally or illegally. She didn't do anything wrong, because if the paperwork states that Pharrell and Chad, you know, are the producers of the song or own the song or whatever the case may be, she went through the proper channels to contact them to ask to use the samples of the song and what have you. Now on Khalees' end, I know she talked about, you know, Beyonce is a thief, and she talked about women sticking together, and she didn't even call I can kind of agree with that, because it's like, that song, if it wasn't for Khalees to sing that song wouldn't have been as big as it was, and people would not have liked that song as much as they have. So apparently, you know, Beyonce likes the song. She took some samples of the song. Beyonce didn't have to call her. But it would have just have been a noble thing to do from one black woman to another black woman, because we in this together. We got to stick together. On the other side, I feel like, Khalees, you put your foot in your mouth, because although legally it says that you have no parts in the production and the writing of the song, you're just the singer of the song, Beyonce puts you on as credit so that you can get a piece of something. And you blew it. You blew it. This was you could have looked at it as, okay, all these years I have not got any royalties, credits, or anything for Milkshake. Here it is, Beyonce, who is the top entertainer in the music industry, entertainment industry, putting my name down as part of the credits. You could have looked at it as like Beyonce recognized that you was not, on the list of writer producer. She probably had that in mind already and said, you know what, I am going to look out for my sister. I'm going to look out for another black woman, and I'm going to put her name in the credits because I want her to get a piece of this pie. You fumbled the bag. You fumbled the bag. And in the midst of all that, it got back to Beyonce. It did. It didn't get back to it. It didn't get back to Beyonce. It got back to Beyonce. Okay, and she removed all that shit, your name and everything, and that's so fucking unfortunate. So because that sample is no longer in the song, you don't get any money off of it, and neither does Pharrell and Chad or whatever. But who's to say they didn't already get their cut? So they probably already got their money. So they straight. They didn't even care what she did after that, because they already cleared it. But for you fumbled the bag, mamas. And it's just unfortunate because, and I'm going to just say this, and I say this all the time, I'm not part of the Beehive. I am not a fanatic. I'm not a fanatic of no entertainer. But I do enjoy Beyonce's music. And as much as a lot of y'all talk about how she is not for the people, she don't give back, she don't do this, she don't do that, you see what she just tried to do for Khalees. I don't even think she even thought that this was going to be a big, huge deal, to be honest. But I really do feel like Beyonce recognized that Khalees was not getting writing credits, but she still put her in the credits as the singer, the vocalist of the song. Like, sometimes God will bless us in ways that we don't even expect it. And if your spirit, and if your heart, and if you're not humble, and you're in your feelings such as Khalees was, you're going to miss that opportunity. Because who else is checking for Khalees? Nobody really. And that's no shade, because I know she's doing her thing with her farming, and she's a chef, and she has a whole different lifestyle now. So musically, and if I'm not mistaken, she do have a single out, but I didn't really listen to it or whatever. But if she would have just stayed on mute and let this song and let this album play out like it's supposed to play out, you would have got that notoriety. You would have got that attention in a positive way. You're getting attention in a negative way. So, like I said, I'm not trying to pick sides. I'm just trying to pinpoint the bad of it and the good of it. I don't think Beyonce really did anything wrong from a legal standpoint. And that's just what it is. So I do hope that, and honestly, it did not make a lick of difference whether your sample was on there or not. I can't even tell the difference. I can't tell the difference. But I can tell the difference that your name is not on the credits. I could tell that difference. But as far as the samples, I can't really tell the difference, that because the songs still go hard regardless. So you made a big fuss about a sample. Now, the fact that you say that you actually wrote the song and Pharrell and them played you, or whatever the case may be, I can understand that you felt like, how dare people make money off my song? I wrote it. So if I can't get paid for it as a writer, producer, or writer, nobody can get paid for it. And I think that's the stance that she took, that, you know what I'm saying, that drove her to make that Twitter or Instagram post or whatever it was. She felt like she was done wrong, but your anger and your frustration was geared towards the wrong person, Khalees. It was not to be towards Beyonce and her team. You got an issue with how the contract and stuff was regarding Milkshake and all that. You take it to Pharrell and them. You take them to court and you do all that stuff, and you fight for your fucking royalties and your rights over that song. If you have proof that you wrote that song, then it should be easy breezy. I don't know, y'all. I'm just I'm over it. The Beyonce removed the shit. It's done. I guess Khalees is now happy about it. And that's that on that. And I don't have nothing else to say on that, because I just think it just kind of really wasn't necessary. Or it was necessary, but you just did it the wrong way. You could have did it the legal way, and you didn't. So, anywho. Okay. So the next topic that I want to discuss, and this topic is a little bit sensitive and maybe a little bit sensitive for most. I don't know if you guys are aware that LaToya Luckett from Destiny's Child, she has a, little YouTube, whatever, video vlog thing going on called Leave It to LaToya. And I have been watching a few of her episodes and everything. And her recent episode was with her and her father. Now, when I tell you, this was one of the most profound, most tear-jerking episode that I've ever seen. Like, first of all, can I just say how gorgeous she is? She is so beautiful. She is so transparent. She is so loving. Her energy just exudes, beauty, like from head to toe. She has a beautiful spirit. I love her down. I love LaToya Luckett, okay? And a lot of the things that were discussed in the episode really hit home for me. I can totally understand, and I know a lot of young girls who are now adults can relate as well. So I really, really, really encourage you guys to go to her channel and check out that episode. Like, it was really, really good. Her dad was pretty much saying how he wasn't there, and he was all about self, and he didn't know how to play that role. And then one day it clicked on him, because Toya and her brother was at his house, and he was on his way to go to band practice, rehearse, whatever the case may be. And he kind of like just pretty much shunned them off, went to practice, and then he realized, them are my kids. They came to see me. He had an epiphany at that moment. He went back to go get his kids and took them out to eat and stuff like that. But a lot of stuff that LaToya was saying, like this, what I'm about to say right now, like really struck me. And that's when I started crying. I was like, oh my God, because I don't like to cry, okay? But she was like, I had to do for myself because I did not have a male figure to show me how a man is supposed to do it for a woman. I had to figure it out on my own because I did not have my dad there. Like, it was just so good. Like, I don't know, I wish I could tell y'all word for word, but I can't, because I might just start crying over again, because it was a really good emotional therapeutic session between daughter and father. Now, as far as me and my father, and just saying my father, that kind of like just cringes me, because I know he has not earned that title. But it just comes natural to say it. But for me, I am battling. Do I talk to him? What do I say to him? Like, I know he stayed. I have his phone number. You know what I'm saying? I know he's still breathing. You know, I know all these things. But when him and my mom separated when I was in my single age years, and I'm pushing 40 this month, y'all. I mean, not this month, this year. I can count on my hands about 4 or 5 good moments that my daddy shared with me. Other than that, he has been absent. And because of that, I guess subconsciously I've held a grudge, but I never express it. I never show it to him, because I feel like at the end of the day, that's still my father. I'm still gonna respect him. I'm still gonna love him in spite of, because I do know that parents are learning, just like parents learn every day on how to be a parent. There's no guides on how to be a good parent. I'm not gonna say great parent, because nobody's parent is 100% great. You know, a good parent, you know, your intentions. And, you know, my daddy didn't have any of those intentions. He was all about self. He was in and out of prison and all that stuff. So I never cried about it. I've never been the child to lash out and say, you ain't never did nothing, like really go hard on my parent like most children do. I wasn't that child. I never. And my mom never bashed him in front of me. So I guess that played a big role in me being able to go all these years and really, I kind of cut him some slack a little bit. I don't know. But now that I'm pushing 40 and looking at my pattern of men, which I've always looked at my pattern of men, but for some reason, like this year, it just really like, okay, you got to look at your pattern of men. And not all of them were bad, but all of them never really gave me the love that I deserve. Never gave me, you know, that fulfillment that I deserve. I will say that. I'm not going to say they never gave me the love. They never gave me the fulfillment that I deserve by being their lady, or they being my man. You know what I'm saying? So because my dad never showed me, because 9 times out of 10 he probably didn't know how to come at me like that regarding men or whatever. But as a little girl, he never showed me how a man's supposed to treat a woman, because he really didn't treat my mama right. He stepped out on my mama a few times. And how can I get advice from a man who treated my mama wrong? And they were married. For anything, you would think that it would have taught me to try to find someone that is the polar opposite of what my dad displayed. But 9 times out of 10, little girls growing up, we tend to find guys that mimic something about their father, just like boys grow up to be men to find women that mimic a little something about their mother, you know. So I am battling, do I even have that sit down and just really have a conversation? Part of me is like, yeah, but the other part of me is like, your father is in his 70s, mid-70s, and he has recognized that he fucked up with your mom and you, and it's tearing him up to the core as he get older, because now he realizes that, or he feels that he will pass away alone, and he don't want to be alone. He still love my mama to this day. He tell her all the time that he talk to her, I still love you. You one of my favorite women in the world. I know I messed up, and it really gets to him. So I feel like me adding on to that would just probably just tip him on over. So he's suffering enough already, I feel like, and me just adding on to that is going to make it a little bit worse. So, you know, that's why I'm battling with it. But anywho, that episode was really good. Check it out. Yeah, I was about to have a moment right there. I'm not gonna have a moment on camera, y'all. So I'm going to close out this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the content, the opinions and thoughts about each subject that I have covered today. If you'd like to leave some comments down in the comment section, please do so. And it is Friday, thank God, and I hope everybody have a great weekend. As for me, after this video is uploaded, I'm having a shower, put on my pajamas, I'm going to get into bed, because if y'all can't see it, like right now, I am in pain. But I wanted to give you guys a video, because I might not do another video all weekend, so I wanted to go ahead and get it in while it was on my mind. But I am in a lot of pain right now, so I'm gonna go and find me something to eat and take me a pain pill and just watch Marvel movies all the rest of the day. So I hope everybody enjoyed their Friday, and be blessed, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.